Hi everyone, welcome to this new video. Today I'm gonna be playing on Amateur at Tanglewood with the starter kit, and I'm just gonna show you what your first games are gonna look like, how you find the ghost room and all of that. Because I've noticed in my streams that often enough I get people who, even though have a generic understanding of the game, still struggle with what is fundamental, the most important part of it, and a lot of you are rightfully and understandably so taken back by the fact that you're playing by yourself or you're playing with really good people and you end up not really fully understanding and not feeling like asking questions. First off, disclaimer, I do stream. If you ever want to stop by, I do stream. Sometimes I stream also on YouTube, but I mostly stream on Twitch. So if you ever want to stop by, you can ask me whatever question you feel like asking. And for the weekly challenges, I always post a video on Tuesday and I show you how my games went. So if you ever have any questions of any kind, don't be afraid to ask. Anyways, we're here in Amateur. Now, fundamentally, the difference from like Amateur to higher difficulties is not related to the ghost per se. The ghost is exactly the same and behaves roughly the same. What changes are pretty much we could say the duration of stuff. So we have here 5 minutes. For the first 5 minutes, from the moment we open the door, we're gonna be able to see this countdown. So you can go in and then come back out and check it. We will not get hunted. It doesn't matter like what happens. You physically cannot get a hunt. You can get ghost events, you can get ghost activity of some sort, but no hunts. So you can't die within the first 5 minutes. What happens here is that when the ghost hunts, it's gonna give us 5 seconds before actually appearing. So it will start doing sounds and it will give us like the cues that it is about to hunt. You have 5 seconds to find a hiding spot and just hide in there. Now, as you saw, I normally pick these 3 items. I often play with friends. Most of the times I play with friends, so I would say that I don't necessarily pick all of these 3. But I pick the camera to see if we have orbs right off the bat. This is the EMF. Normally the ghost is gonna do activity around you, right? Or in specific rooms, and it's gonna get to 2 or 3. And then the thermometer, which is pretty much the only way outside from orbs to know right off the bat where the ghost is. But because the camera and orbs in general is not something that you always get, let me see if I can show you. See, it started going down the moment you click on the door to unlock it. You don't always get orbs. So if you do, great. If you don't, the only way to find the favorite room is either hear a lot of activity in that specific room, or so it's ringing the phone. We're gonna go there real quick and check. Thing is, you can only check, there we go. Yep, it's in here. You can only check for orbs with the night vision, so the green one, and as you can tell, it's pretty hard to see with light on. This is an event and it did scare the shit out of me. No matter how much I play, I still get scared, but yeah, that's fine. So yeah, she's definitely here. Okay, I don't know where I was going. I was going to grab a crucifix, but I don't have it. So we can start writing down ghost orb. We have still the mimic. Keep this one in mind, alright? We're gonna put this down somewhere where we can see it. And the thermometer tier 1 is so bad. Genuinely, it just takes so long. So the rooms most of the time are easy to tell apart because of this. So you see there's like in Italian it's called the parquet. I'm not sure how it's called in English, but yeah, this wood stuff. The other 2 have like a different texture. Now it went over here, but this is the room because we saw orbs. In Amateur, it can't change the room, so we are gonna be 100% sure it's gonna stay there the whole time. Now, this is gonna be a hiding spot. In Amateur, you have all hiding spots available. I don't remember where the light is over here. So now we found the ghost room, and we're gonna start. This is our activity for the little scare that she did on us. We're gonna just pretty much start to take everything, and we don't have a lot of stuff anyways, and carry it to the ghost room to see if we can actually figure out what it is, if she gives us stuff. We're gonna grab this, because I don't think this specific ghost is gonna do it, but sometimes they start playing with the car. That's annoying, so you need to grab the keys for that. We're gonna keep the doors around it closed, because we're gonna check for UV when she touches them. Gonna leave this down. And then we're gonna put the book somewhere. Okay, this is pretty much all the evidence we need. We need just one more, which is the DOS, and then we have everything we need. So I'm just gonna give you like a really quick tip as well while we're here. I think, yeah, it's not crossed out yet, but the mayor doesn't like lights. We're gonna keep this on the mimic for now, just so we remember. The mayor doesn't like lights. Oh, I forgot the dots. So the fact that this ghost turned on the light shows us that it's not a mayor. Mayor likes dark, right? So turning it on is the exact opposite. I hate this dots. This is terrible, but this is all we got. So we don't have much for now. The temperature got lower. The ghost room, let me turn this off for a second. The ghost room is always gonna be the coldest one. We're gonna check both sides. That's just something that I like doing, but you don't really need to do it. You can check just one side, I guess. I still prefer it. Okay. Turn off this. You see how I had cold breath? So the ghost room is always gonna be, the favorite room, is always gonna be the coldest in the house. Now, normally you can expect it, I would say between 8 to 0. If it gets below 0, even just by a little bit, it's freezing temps. Freezing temps start at 0, 0.9 to be precise, so starting from 1. You don't need to do this, but while you're waiting, or in the first 5 minutes, you can also just focus on that. Also, don't turn on too many lights, because it's gonna turn off the breaker. But you can be looking for, we specifically are interested in the bone. Now, it's exactly what it sounds. It's a literal human, obviously fake, but human bone. We're gonna open the hiding spots. There we go, like the spinal cord. Now, if you have already unlocked the camera, take a picture of it, because it gives you extra money. It's one of those that are like unique for your game, so they give you more money. Or otherwise, just pick it up. It's gonna be a collectible that you get to keep. And if you're playing with new people and you haven't collected all the bones, just let them know. That's something that I always ask people, because I have all of them, so it doesn't really bother me to let someone who doesn't have all of them pick them up. We also found our cursed possession. I made a video about cursed possessions if you're interested. In our case, it's the Ouija board. We could use it to start a hunt or ask the ghost questions, but realistically, we're not interested in any of that. Again, if you have a camera, take a picture of it, whether it's the Ouija board or another cursed possession. It can be 1 out of possible 7. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And now, yes, we just wait. Now the EMF is gonna make a sound when it goes higher, specifically higher. Okay. Wait, where was it? So it just turned off the breaker. We're gonna turn it back on. And it just spoke and told us act of hate, which was really mean. Again, if you want to check for mimic, you just do this. You don't include the ghost orb, because ghost orb is not gonna show up. Ghost orb is not gonna show. Let's check. Ooh, I think it was a 4 though, not 5. Yeah. Ooh, there we go. We can just get out because we've found it. And then we got ghost orbs, and it's an unreal. Now, yes, it could still be a mimic, but unfortunately, the only way for us to figure out if it's a mimic or not is to either spend more time waiting for the UV, which we didn't get. It touched some doors, but we didn't get any UV. But also, a way to check would be by having a hunt and seeing what the hunt is. Or another choice would be to try the Unreal ability. But we would need candles, and we don't have candles, so we can't check that. So we're gonna say it's an Unreal, and it doesn't matter what level you're at, if you're good or bad at the game. You cross your fingers and pray it's not a mimic.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
And we were lucky it's not a mimic. Now, I didn't wait to do the challenges, also because this one we could have done, get an average sanity below 25. It's pretty easy. You just sit in the dark or sit in a hiding spot even until you get it, and you can just open your journal. Here you're gonna have the objectives, and you just see whenever it's checked, it means that you've reached it. Repel the ghost with incense. We don't have incense yet because we haven't unlocked it yet in the starter kit. And the photos, but we don't have a photo. And then we got, as I said, bone evidence because we picked it up. So yeah, it was an review. I hope I helped you out figuring out some stuff. Hope to see you again. You have some great hunts. Bye bye.